Welcome back to another episode of the NIU rebuild or dynasty, whatever you want to call it. One of the two. Either way, we're trying to rebuild this team, bring it from obviously a one-star school to a powerhouse school. Last episode, we kind of went through some games, and we started off the recruiting process. Obviously, we're a little bit behind. We only have 4 commits so far. If you look at the top classes and you go over to us, right now we're ranked 98th. We only have 4 commits. If you look at a lot of other schools, they have a lot more commits, which is why we're so low. Like for example, literally, if you look at our conference, I mean, the next or the highest school right now is Akron. They're at 58, and they have 2 3-stars, 9 2-stars, and 8 1-stars. And we have 4 4-stars. We're the only school in our conference with a 4-star. And it's because of the quantity of players we have. We have a relatively low grade overall in terms of a recruiting class. So we have to get a lot of these other guys. We're gonna lose out on this guy most likely because our play style does not fit his anymore, which sucks. This punter, hopefully we end up getting. This middle linebacker, hopefully we end up getting. This left tackle. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to take off my points. I don't think we're going to get him. He has a visit scheduled with Iowa, and they got on the recruiting process a lot later than, we were. And it's just been going up a lot and a lot and a lot because he really likes their school, obviously. I'm going to do the same with this guy. It does sound like, why do it when you're number 1. But I'm telling you right now that based off what I'm looking at, look at how much it went up from them giving him a scholarship. He didn't have a scholarship from them the week before. They gave him a scholarship, and his increase literally went up, that much. He's going to go to that school. I can bet money on it, okay? This guy, I'm also probably going to do the same. I do really, it does suck. I really want this guy on the team. Problem is it looks like we're not going to get him. I'm just being honest. We're probably not going to get him. Ole Miss obviously looks like a lot better option for him. But this quarterback I still want to try to get. As he's an athlete, so he can play multiple positions. But we still want to try to get him. We're number 5 right now. Hopefully we can move up to try to get him. And also this is another quarterback that hopefully we can maybe try to get just in case we don't get him. I would like to try to at least get Trey Booker to be kind of like, someone that could replace him. But if you look at kind of the top prospects remaining, there's not many that are still available in terms of actual good, prospects. A lot have narrowed down their top 8 and stuff like that. So obviously we're probably going to miss out on a good amount of guys. I want to look at the top receivers available just because we have a terrible receiving core, okay? If you look at our receiving core, obviously it says we have no need for them, but overall-wise, we are not that good. Tight end, we already have one coming in. We're going to need to bring in some more O-line. We're going to have to bring in a lot, okay? We have to do a lot on defense, especially. So, we have 115 points. I'm going to find some guys to spend them on, and I'll come back, obviously, once we figure out some of the guys we're going to go after. We ended up doing is going after 2 guys to spend points on, a receiver and another safety, which is another strong safety, but we need another safety, and because of that, we're going to go out and get this guy. He can, move over to, free safety if anything. But yeah, those are where we're going to spend our points. Kind of gave up on a few guys. We obviously have to find some replacements for those, but I did like, trying to go after a receiver and another safety. Obviously, we didn't scout them because I feel like at this point, since we're so far behind, some of these guys we might have to just try and hope that they're good without scouting them. We ended up losing that game, so now we're 3-7, and our championship contenders went down to a D-. And if you look at our school grades, I'm pretty sure they're pretty bad. We're about to go take a look once we go to the recruiting screen. Let's go take a look because I'm not going to lie, it's looking pretty rough, okay? Let's look at our school grades. Yeah, it is terrible. D-, C, D+, D+, D-, C-, D+, C-, C-, D. So we are really, really bad. The only thing that actually draws someone to wanting to play for our school would be their playtime and their proximity to home and for some of them, maybe the play style. But that's all that's really interesting about our school to other, commits in this, upcoming high school class. So, like I said, we're probably going to miss out on these tackles. That's why I gave up on them. I'm not going to lie. We were not going to get them. We got locked out of this guy, so we take him off our list. We're going to keep him on. I don't think we will get him, like I said, which sucks because we already had a visit scheduled for him and all. But it is what it is. The quarterback we're still number 1 for, so hopefully we can get him, and Trey Booker, so 2 quarterbacks. And then the receiver and the safety we're both number 1 for. We have 55 points to spend again. So, obviously, we're going to go find an offensive tackle. I want to find a tackle that we can go after. That was John Stockton, Jabari Stockton, or Jeremiah Clemens. I'm going to go with Jabari Stockton, okay? He's a 3-star. He's one of the only 3 stars remaining. Hopefully, we could end up getting him as we're going to give him the scholarship without, recruiting him or anything. We're just going to give him the 50 points. Hopefully, he comes to the school. We're going to go back to simming, okay? Actually, let's upgrade our coach skill tree a little bit. I want to focus on, trying to get everything to 3 before. I feel like getting it to 3 is definitely something that helps you a lot. So I want to get these to 3. We have 4 for D-line. I don't really know why I did that. I kind of forgot. But we have 3 for quarterback, 3 for linebacker, and 3 for the receiver. Which means we can give them more, scouting points, which I might do for one of the quarterbacks if it gets to, like, becoming a close race. And that's why I kind of want to do quarterback right now. So 2-star middle linebacker Lamar Root ends up committing to our school. And then we lose out on the guys that we kind of gave up on. I already said I don't think we're going to get them. So we kind of gave up on it, let the other schools have it. It is what it is. And we ended up winning that game. So our championship contender did go up to C-. Still not good, but it's increasing. And let's take a look at recruiting now. So get a 2-star middle linebacker added to our linebacker core. And then we lose this left tackle, so we can take him off the list. And same with this right outside linebacker. Probably could take him off the list, but I want to see for sure what happens. I mean, we're not going to get him, but I want to just, whatever. We're going to see him commit to the school, FSU. Florida State University. For these guys, we're all now the top except for this left tackle. We did get some points back for the one guy committing to our school. We're going to spend it on this quarterback, okay? I do really like Sean Dukes. I would like to have him commit to our school. Right now, we are number 1. But if you look at Wisconsin, they just gained a lot because they finally, they just gave him an offer, and now he's really happy, okay? So we have to try to beat them out. So we give them the full 65. And then I want to give the full 65 maybe to someone else. I want to get these guys to start committing to our school because the faster we get some of these guys to commit to our school, the quicker we could obviously move on to some other prospects and hope that we can get them to commit to our school. And I'm going to use the last 5 on just giving a scholarship to a random guy, okay? Well, not a random. We're going to try to get someone that actually, could do something. But let's take a look at our needs again really quick. Yeah, we need O-line, which hopefully we could recruit some more of those guys. We're going to need some D tackles. So I might go after a D tackle. We have a lot to do. There's still the whole offseason, though, that we have to kind of try to recruit some of these guys. Let's take a look at linebacker actually first. But, yeah, it's going to be something that it could be pretty hard to get some of these guys for us, as, there's not many even good linebackers left. So let's go take a look at D tackle. Is there any D tackles that make sense for this team? There's a decent amount available here. This guy we have a pipeline on, so we might be able to get him. Is there anyone else that has anything? I mean, this guy, it looks like has the lowest interest, so I'm going to go after him because it looks like he has low interest, okay? We go after Daniel Holly. Okay, let's see what happens here. That's all we're offering for right now. And let's see what happens after we sim again. I'm pretty sure this is like one of our last games of the season, so or our last game. And we end up losing these 2 guys. We already kind of expected that. And let's see if we won that game or not. We ended up losing. Yeah, we lost. So we ended the season 4-8. I think we don't have any more games remaining. And let's see how kind of the rest of the recruitment looks for our school. You know, we're kind of ahead on a lot of these guys. So hopefully some of them could start, committing relatively soon. Because we definitely don't want to lose out on a lot of these guys, okay? We don't want to lose out. So I might take some points off of some of these guys because we're so ahead. Like Quincy and Quincy, right now we're really ahead. I'm going to take off some points. We're still going to, add some stuff to him. But I want to make sure we're at least in this guy's top 8. So we don't, lose out on him without even trying to compete, okay? So we're going to go after all these guys. Let's sim again, and let's continue to move past the season, Get this season over with. I kind of dragged it out, and that's why we're kind of not going into any games, nothing like that. We're just going to continue to sim, figure it out as it goes along. Got some bye weeks. We're not going to have another game. It's like all the bowl games and stuff. So Joey Childress does commit, so 3-star safety does commit. That is good. Some of these other guys narrowing down their top schools. So hopefully we can get some of these other guys because that's our biggest problem. Carson Beck ends up winning the 2024 Heisman. Senior year, throws for 4,200 yards, 45 touchdowns, and 9 interceptions. So amazing season out of him. Doesn't matter to us, not too much because we're only focused on our school. But let's see if anyone decommitted because it hasn't happened to me, but I'm pretty sure how it works is if someone has like a deal breaker with your school, for example, does anyone have like a deal breaker? I don't know. I don't know if I could see it. But what's it called? If someone had a deal breaker and you don't fit it at the end of the season, then I'm pretty sure it would obviously show you. So we could see their dev traits now. Development trait for Lamar Root is a normal. Joey Childress is a normal. Shakir Westbrooks is an elite. So this is going to be really, really big as we get an athlete, which who knows what other position he could play, but I'm pretty sure it's running back is his main position, obviously, and he's elite. So what about our other 4 stars? We have impact, impact, and impact. So that kind of sucks that the rest are impact, but we do have Shakir Westbrooks, who is elite as his development trait. So hopefully he could be a big part of our team in terms of building this school. In terms of nationally ranked, too, the crazy part is he was the lowest nationally ranked out of all of our 4 stars. Nationally ranked 344, and then for these other guys, 36, 56, and 47. So it is kind of interesting that we got a guy that was the lowest out of all the 4 stars, and he has the highest dev trait. So that's really nice to see. Right now, let's hope we could lock up some of these other guys. As Sean Dukes, it looks like it's going to be a pretty big competition between us, Kentucky, and Wisconsin. And then same with Trey Booker. It looks like Washington's starting to make a move on him, so that could be scary. For the rest, though, it looks like we're quite ahead, except for Jabari Stockton. He's starting to get some interest from Kansas State. But overall, pretty good. We're going to continue to sim, obviously, these bowl weeks. Hopefully, we can see some commits between then. And actually, I'm just going to sim until we see a commit or until we get to where we could actually do something again. So as you can see, Courtney Mwamba does commit to our school as we have just sim past the national championship game. Do we have any other commits? We don't. But Trey Booker, it is starting to get pretty scary on. Hopefully, we can at least get one of the QBs. I don't care which one it is. I just need one of the QBs to commit to my school because we don't really have any. I'm pretty sure a lot of ours are all going to be upcoming seniors. I do want to quickly take a look at the season stats before we kind of go any farther. Ethan Hampton, yeah, he's going to be all of our quarterbacks are about to be seniors. Ethan Hampton did not have that good of a year at all. 21-17, 2,600 passing yards. So who knows? Maybe he loses his job to Kenny Luth, as he might take the starting job from him, next year, as they're both seniors. Who knows? Antario Brown had 162 carries, 875 yards, and 10 rushing touchdowns. So amazing season from him. He is a senior, though, so he will be leaving, which sucks. And then if you take a look at some of our receiving yards, our top was our tight end, who's also going to be a senior. So all of our biggest weapons were seniors, and so they're leaving, and we're replacing them with not too much. In terms of top for tackles was Jake Gassaway, who is a sophomore. Top for tackles for loss was a junior. And then sacks, top for sacks was our sophomore Cam Crowell, who has a deal breaker of playing time. So I'm kind of scared what that's going to look like. Hopefully he doesn't leave us in the transfer portal. And then a sophomore does lead us in interceptions, so that's really nice because he's still going to be here for a little bit. That's really all that matters defensively. We're not going to go too deep into it with looking at the stats because right now we don't care as much about our school or players because we haven't really done much with this team. So we get a 2-star right end to commit. Nothing else happened in terms of recruiting. But, my dog be tripping, so obviously I had to wait for him to stop barking. Anyways, we take a look at our players leaving, and it's 2 people. And it could definitely be a lot worse than this, right? And so we're losing 2 juniors. They're not high overalls. I don't even mind it for this guy. He's about to be an upcoming senior. I mean, you're a 69 overall, so I don't know what school you're going to actually get playing time at. But if you can find one, then go ahead, okay? I don't mind it at all. And then same with this guy. You don't care, or you want playing time. Again, at your overall, I don't really know who's going to want you, but it says none, but we're still going to try it anyways. Let's see. And it doesn't work. So we lose both of them. It is what it is. I don't care as much. And let's keep simming, obviously. We didn't lose out on anyone else, so that's good. That we only lost those 2 guys. It's not the end of the world. Draft results, I didn't even look at who graduated, and no one got drafted, which is insane because it's kind of interesting to think that someone like Antonio Brown, he could, he probably is going to go to the Canadian Football League or play football somewhere, but some of them are really good college players, and they're just going to go work their 9 to 5 after this shit, like nothing ever happened. So it is pretty interesting, but take a look at some of our commits. Obviously, we got a lot more coming, which is good. And we still have a lot of guys in all of our points back. So let's see what happens here. Naquinty, we're going to give 25. I don't want to overspend on some of these guys that we could definitely, I think, for sure still get. We're going to give the max points to this quarterback and the other quarterback. And if we get both, we get both. Right now, all of our quarterbacks are seniors, so it could be a competitive race, and I wouldn't mind that, right? So he doesn't like anything about our school, though. I'm not going to lie. And there is not much to like, okay? Unless you're close to home, there's not much you could really care about with this school. And so we're going to give both of them the max points and the visit and hope that we could at least get one. If we get both, that would be cool, too. Like I said, we could compete. We could have them compete for the starting job. I mean, both these guys are going to be here for a little bit. All of our quarterbacks are seniors, so this guy I'm actually going to spend no points on. It looks like no school has any interest in him so far. It looks like he's close to committing. So we're just going to keep our points right now with that. This left tackle I'm going to max out our points for because, we want to obviously get him. And same with this D tackle. We're going to max out his points. And then the rest of these points we're going to find some other guys to give them to. First, I do actually want to look at a few things. Actually, we're going to have to max out the punter because at this rate, he actually could go to a different school. And I don't want Iowa to take him. They already took our left tackle we wanted. I'm not trying to have that happen either. Anyways, let's take a look at the transfer portal. Is there anyone that's actually good that would want to play for my school? There's some D tackles. Let's take a look, right? So we're getting quarterbacks. We don't need that. Running back. Could use one of those at fullback. But it looks like more defensively. We have some edge rushers that could definitely be nice to add to the team. In terms of some of these guys that are still available. D tackles could add a few of those. Obviously, we look like we need a lot of defensive positions. So if there's any defensive guys that want to play for my school, that's the guys that we're going to go after. So let's sort by interest. So we might go after this guy right here, Tobakai Akoli. I don't know why he likes our school so much compared to other schools because he's not. Well, he is somewhat from the area. Missouri's close. But anyways, we have him. Caden Curry can maybe go after. I think those are the two guys that I'm mainly looking at. A lot of these other guys we don't care as much about. Maybe we go out and get a safety. Actually, no. We already got two safeties. So those are the guys we're going to try to get. Spend the rest of our points on them. Most likely it's going to take all of them. So we're not going to scout them because, again, I don't want to waste points on scouting right now. We're trying to get as many commits as possible because we are pretty far behind other schools. And so we're going to try to do as much as we can to recruit these guys. Caden Curry, give him some points. Let's see how this first week goes by and see what happens. Hopefully we get at least one commit so we get some points back. And we get a quarterback, Sean Dukes, to commit, so that's good. Trey Booker does end up committing to Washington, so we lose out on one quarterback, but we get another. So that's okay. We might go out and try to get another one that maybe isn't as good as Sean Dukes, but it would be nice to get another quarterback. Just because all of ours are seniors and we're going to have to rebuild a whole room of quarterbacks with all of them ending up, leaving soon. But Sean Booker was at the top of my list out of the quarterbacks between him and Trey Booker because he obviously has the gem. So hopefully, that's the better quarterback out of both of them. And yeah, so we're going to spend a few points on Demarius Brown just so he could come actually commit fully to our school. Still have all of our points on these guys. I do want to put some more points on him, but not too much. Let's put 20. Let's do the soft sell, right? We're going to hope he likes playing time. Does he like playing time? I don't know, but we're going to see. We're going to find out if he likes playing time. Caden Curry, hopefully he can commit to our school. And then we still have 170 points to spend. We're going to add some more to him just so that we could try to get him to also commit too. And then we have 155 points to spend. So we're in a good position, honestly. We just need some linebackers now, I think, is the main concern with this team, and some O-line. So I'm going to go find some guys to scout, and I'm going to come back once, obviously, we have everyone that we're going to go pursue. This is what we're going to end up going with. 50 points on the punter. All these guys you kind of seen. And then once we get down to here, we have the right tackle that I found. He's a 2-star, but hey, at this point, we're just trying to get bodies on the team to fill some spots. If obviously it's not that good of a position, we'll figure that out later on. But right guard, 2-star. This guy is an athlete, but I'm pretty sure I recruited him at linebacker or like D tackle or something. I don't know. I forgot what position he was, but he's an athlete that's agile. Actually, no, I'm pretty sure this guy's a center. So that's why I was interested also, because I haven't seen really O-linemen that are athletes. So I wonder what that means. Probably could play some like defensive end or something, D tackle also. But anyways, we're going to try to get him, and then a linebacker in Telvin Neal. We do need some linebackers, so we maxed out the points on him. Let's see what happens. Let's hope we get some commits this week too, as we don't. And Cedric Longo actually narrows down his top 8, so that's not good. And Tevin Neal, or Telvin, I think it is Telvin, right? I think it's Telvin, not Tevin. Yeah, Telvin Neal is at second, but everyone else we're at first 4. So hopefully we can start to get some commits, because it's starting to close down. We have 2 weeks left. We have to start, getting some people to commit right now. It looks like we're going to get the punter. It looks like we're going to get Quincy, hopefully. Looks like we will get Demarius Brown, so a receiver. Hopefully we don't get beat out by Kansas State here for Jabari Stockton. This D tackle. So we're going to get a lot of D tackles, it looks like, which is good because we need them. And right now we are on all these other guys too. So right now we have 25 points to spend. At this point, we are getting down to the wire where it's literally just, hey, you know what? You want to come play for my school? Any guy that's interested in my school, if you're not already, someone we're looking after, then guess what? I'm going to give you an offer and hope that, hey, if you want to come play for the team, you can come ahead and go play for our school. We're just giving offers out, okay? Because we want to complete our full, class. So we already gave one to some tight ends. So what about like a corner in Jamerson Blue, who we already scouted, who's pretty bad, but it's a body to fill on the roster, a roster spot. and then a fullback. We don't have a fullback, so we're gonna give all these guys some contracts, without even putting any effort into scouting them, anything like that. We're just giving them an offer. If you want to play for our school, play for our school. Okay, if you don't, you don't. But you ain't got nowhere else to play, so come play for our school. You have no offers. Okay. See what happens here. As we sim week 3, we get the punter, so that's good. We get the receiver, that's good. We get the left tackle, that's good. The D tackle that transferred, you get a left end. So we're getting a lot of these guys. They're all coming to the team. The fullback, which we're gonna compete for, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe we go find a different fullback. But it looks like we are actually starting to put together a good class. Let's go take a look where we're ranked right now. There's still like another week left that we could add to. But right now we're number 52 in terms of recruiting classes. Hopefully we get some more commits here that could also add to it. That would obviously make this hopefully a completed class. I thought that was the Washington football team. I don't know what college that was. But yeah, so let's see if there's anyone else that is actually, good enough to where it's like, okay, you know what? Let's go get him. Fullback. Is there a fullback that's better? Yeah. This guy is 3 stars. This guy's 3 stars. We're gonna go get this guy right here, Earl Spears. We're gonna go get you. Hopefully, you're a good fullback. Okay. Because we're about to max you out. We're gonna get a fullback, put max points on him. Because why not? And then. Let's see if there's anything else that is needed. Honestly, I don't care as much about a lot of these guys. Matt Mann, we can go out just to be kind of a body. A lot of these guys, we can go out just to be a body on the team. They are 3 stars, so worst case scenario, some 3 stars aren't a problem to add to this team at all. So yeah, we're gonna go after a few of these guys, see what happens, and see if they want to come play for the team. If they don't, they don't. We don't really care as much. So, Matt Mann is probably the top one, so we're going to give him all the 50 points. And let's see if all these guys commit. Okay. Last week of this not free agency, of this recruiting class off-season thing. Let's see, obviously, what happens. I think we had a pretty good class, okay? I think we had a pretty good class. There is a lot better that could happen, but overall, I think it was pretty good. So let's see what happens week 4 as we get this D tackle to commit. We get this center to commit. Right outside linebacker, Telvin Neal commits. Tight end, Glenn Durham commits. And then we lose Jamerson Blue. We lose this other corner. So we lose out on some of the corners, which does kind of suck. But Jamerson Blue, we already scouted, and he was a broken gem. So it is what it is. I'm not too mad about losing him. He goes to West Virginia. He goes to Purdue, and he goes to Tulsa. So whatever. Whatever. National Signing Day. Let's take a look at some of the dev traits for some of our guys. As we could now see it all. So impact for our 4 stars, and then we have elite, like I said, from Shakir Westbrook, so that's really nice. Joey Childress is normal. Courtney Mwamba is impact. Sean Dukes is elite. So a quarterback we get is elite, and he's also an athlete. These athletes I like these athletes so far. They've been elite for the 2 ones that we have. Lamar Rue is normal. Dorian Cure is normal. Our punter is a star, so we're about to have a punter that might get drafted. Quincy Naquenti is a star as a 3-star prospect also, so that's really nice. Receiver is a normal. Jabari Stockton's normal. D-tackle Daniel is a normal. Tabeki Akoli is impact. Caden Curry is star. Eli Malavoy, I'm pretty sure is how you would say that, is normal. Jonathan Gee is impact. Telvin Neal is normal. Glenn Durham is normal. Jelani Sampson is normal. Jamerson Blue is normal, but he's not on the team. Sean Fox is normal, but he's not on the team. Earl Spears is normal. Matt Mann is star. So another good prospect we get at running back. Matthew McChristopher, normal. Damon Mangum. Damon Mangum is impact. Nas Hill is normal. So that completes our class. We have 25 out of the 35 that we could get max. And let's see where we're ranked. We're ranked 32 out of all schools, number 1 by far in our conference. So that's what we care about right now. Right now, we are more so focused on being better than our conference, right? We don't care about nationally. We're trying to get out of our conference, which means we have to be the best team in this conference every year consecutively for a few years if we want to move to, a bigger conference, somewhere like maybe the Big Ten, considering, where we're located. It makes sense. But let's take a look at the roster. At QB, we have Ethan Hampton. We could see the overalls now too, actually. So I want to see the athletes because, you can't see them unless they're there. So the center is a 62. The quarterback, Sean Dukes, is a 71. And Shakir Westbrooks, who's a running back, is 73. Let's see what positions they could play. So Shakir Westbrooks can play linebacker, and he can play edge rusher and fullback. He can play everything. Like, this guy can play actually everything. Aside from quarterback and the O-line positions, but he could do everything. I do really like possibly trying him out also at linebacker or edge rusher, considering it's a relatively weak position for us. We don't have many linebackers. We don't have many, edge rushers. But obviously he's probably going to be one of our main running backs. As you can see, he's the highest overall running back. Now I want to see the quarterback also. As the quarterback, we have Sean Dukes. He can play corner. That's really interesting. He can play quarterback and cornerback. And then he can play pretty good, honestly, some of these other positions. He can play edge rusher. He could play safety, receiver, linebacker. So he's also pretty interesting. Obviously, likely will be our quarterback. But I do like these athletes because it is fun to, if his job gets taken at quarterback, we can move him around, see where else he can fit on this team. And then with the center, he's actually better at D tackle. So maybe we actually move him to D tackle. He gets a lot better at D tackle. So Jonathan Gee, I'm actually gonna move to D tackle. Okay, you're gonna move to D tackle. See how D tackle looks. Maybe we don't. I actually don't mind it because after the senior year, he's going to maybe take over with Daniel Holly, who's also our freshman. But let's take a look at the rest of our freshmen. Quarterbacks, obviously we have no one else. Our running back, we have freshman Matt Mann, who's a 67 as a freshman. I think that's really, really nice. Fullback, we have a 65. Our freshman wide receiver, Demarius Brown, is a 66. Our tight end, that's a freshman, Taylor Fisher, is a 75, and our other is a 59. So that's not the best at 59, but then we have Jabari Stockton at left tackle, who is a 65. At left guard, which we can probably move someone over here. I would like to move maybe Jacob Welsh, move him over to left guard since we don't have a backup. But then our next freshman would probably be, our O-line looks really, really rough, I'm not going to lie. We're going to move this guy to right guard. Or not Eli. One of the guys that could actually, I think, go up and overall and play right guard for us. You're going to move over to right guard because our O-line looks pretty rough. But freshman Eli Malavoy is a 61. Our freshman edge rusher Stanley Tobias is a 74. And the guy we got in the transfer portal is a 79. So that's really nice to see. As also, this is before his overall goes up probably from the development thing, the training camp thing, whatever it is. This sophomore JUCO guy we got is a 63. The freshman D tackles here are 66, 65. And then the guy we got in the transfer portal is a 71. And this is, like I said, before their overalls go up. Left outside linebacker, we have Courtney Mwamba. We might have to move one of these over here. Let's see, right outside linebacker. Yeah, I'm going to move Oscar Prochet over to left outside linebacker. But this is what I mean. Like, the guy Shakir Westbrooks, who looks like he will be really, really nice. With how weak our linebacker core is, we definitely could see him definitely play a little bit. Jelani Sampson, we're going to move over to also left outside linebacker just because we don't have that many backups in each position. So our linebacker core definitely still needs a lot of help. I'm not going to lie. Corners, we had no rookie corners, but it is what it is. And then our safeties, we had a whole bunch of strong safeties here. which one makes sense to move over, I would say probably Joey Childress. We're going to move over to the other safety position. And then, boom. This kind of completes it. Our punter, Kevin Gore, is a 70 as a freshman. We're about to have a punter that goes to the NFL, okay? But that's kind of the whole team. And National Signing Day. So let's sim past the training results. I want to see some of their overalls after the training. We go up a lot of levels. And then we're going to obviously use our coach, all that. We're going to use all that, coach skill upgrade stuff later after. Let's take a look at encouraged transfers. If we don't have a full roster, I'm not doing it. Yeah, we don't. So I'm not doing it. This quarterback, CJ, it does suck. You're 62, but let's be real honest, bro. You're probably not going to go play anywhere else. So you're just going to be a bench guy that could hopefully help the team. After, obviously, people have went up. You have a new highest overall running back who is a sophomore, Joshua Pridgeon. We have at receiver, our receiving core doesn't look the worst now of all time. So that's good because it was pretty bad last year. Tight end, we still have our top being our freshman that came in. Left tackle looks a lot better here. Left guard looks better here. Center looks a little bit better. This guy that I moved to right guard went up a lot, so that's really nice to see. And then right tackle also, he went up. So our O-line doesn't look the worst. And we also have Caden Curry doesn't go up at all. And then our D tackles look pretty decent. This guy didn't go up at all either. Overall, the roster doesn't look the worst, okay? It could be a worse looking team. Jake Gasway goes up. Some of these guys are going up, so that's good. It could definitely look worse, right? Our team obviously isn't good, but, we knew this coming in that this team's not going to look good. Yo, Santana Banner went up a lot of overall. He's up to an 82. I don't even know what his overall was before, but I swear I did not even see him on this team before. So that's how encouraged transfers kind of looked. We're not going to go through any of that. So we're done with the offseason. Obviously not going to do any of the season this episode. But overall, I think we had a really, really good offseason. We still have to now get right back to scouting. We're going to spend our points in the next episode. But quickly, I want to take a look. Our boy Sean Dukes, who we did get, has elite. He's someone that could hopefully be a big, big impact player. And he was a 3-star, so really big for a 3-star. And then we have our guy, Shakir Westbrooks, who also will be pretty nice, okay? I can't lie. This guy could play every position on the field. I'm really happy about getting Shakir Westbrooks. The elite development is definitely something that you really, really like. And this guy also had some pretty good dev trait for being a 3-star that we kind of got late in the process in Matt Mann. So, overall, relatively good class. Hopefully, when we recruit next episode and get the season started, we actually, get a relatively good class. In terms of people that are interested in us, it looks like a lot of 1-stars, okay? So we're going to have to do some more recruiting, build up the school, but that was the full first season. I know we took quite a while, but is what it is. Thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next one.